All right, welcome to Byfield, Massachusetts, Triton Regional High School, home of the Vikings on a Friday night. I'm Patrick Heffernan, joined here by
Colin Weber.
And welcome, Colin. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So this time we're here for a football game that we hope we get to call all of it and see all of it. We've got the Triton Vikings hosting the Randolph Blue Devils, as it happens, coming from Randolph. Anyone know where Randolph is?
I believe it's south of Boston. The rumor is it took them about 2 hours to get here. Not sure if that's true or not, but...
All right, so hopefully they're a little tired from the bus ride because this is a team that's 2-0 coming in to face Triton, and this is Triton's first match or first game of the season. So the Randolph Blue Devils have a win against Brighton 10-7, and then a win against Sharon 20-0. And we'll talk about what that last game was like a little bit as we go along. But Colin, tell me what's the mood on the team right now? How's this Triton Vikings football team feeling right now?
Hyped up. I can 100% guarantee that with the new move with Coach Burgos as our new head coach. We brought in a few guys during the off season. You know, Burgos really made sure these guys got out here during the summer. I mean, everywhere around school, all over social media. It's all about the football game this Friday night. I mean, I'd like to think Triton's always had some pride going into their football games, regardless of our past records. And I can tell you this team is really excited for this new opportunity.
Fantastic. Yeah, the team's psyched, and there is a large student section tonight. You got to like the whiteout that's going on over there.
Oh, yep.
Fantastic. And so the sense around school is that this was going to be a different team this year, right? I mean, with a new coach, some new players, they're ready to go, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. We have not had, it feels like, football in this stadium. I know they played a couple times last year, but it just wasn't the same.
Oh, no.
So Triton's going to take the ball on the kick and get a chance to show off their offense. So who's our quarterback tonight for Triton?
Our quarterback is junior Max Shimataro. He, people might have seen him as he came in with the injury of Kyle Oldoy and Ty Schultz freshman year.
Right.
Took a bit of a little break sophomore year, played JV with our whole COVID thing, and I can tell you this kid is ready to take over this team.
So he's a junior, right?
Yes.
Fantastic, okay.
I've never seen anyone with more pride for the sport or will to do what needs to be done.
Did you see Kyle Oldoy play? Just saying.
Up and coming. I'll okay, correct myself.
There we go. Nobody in this junior class that plays that way. So
yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there we go.
Excellent. So who's back to receive for us? Looks like Nathan Miller. He's going to be back there along with Ryan Snow. Does that make sense?
Yep. They briefly run that a bit last year, and it looks like they very well could be bringing that back. Two great elusive players. Ryan Snow being a sophomore, and good to see a nice young kid get out there, get good opportunities.
And so the captains for this team, do you know who they are?
Yeah, I believe it's Ashton Watson, which is surprising, him being the only junior. Elliot Lent, Garrett Lee, who is actually, he was new last year, so it's good to see us completely almost brand new. It's only his second year being here, taking over this team, and no surprise to anyone, Jared Leonard.
Jared Leonard, who's back there along with, looks like Dylan Watson.
Yep.
Deep to take this kickoff.
And Jared Leonard back to receive.
Interesting formation there for the Blue Devils. They're in pretty tight. In this instance, spreading out somebody out wide, I guess. Smart after watching a lot of high school football. That makes sense. Kind of a low bouncer kick. Watson scoops it up. Eludes a couple of guys. Gets a little break. Brings it all the way out to almost the 40-yard line. So that's a good way to start. Good field position.
Dylan Watson on the return.
Now, what kind of offense are they going to be running, Colin?
First and 10 from the 37.
I'd like to think that we're going to see a lot of different formations. I've been talking to my friends who have been playing football this year, and the amount of formations they've had to memorize has been crazy. A lot of different players at a lot of different positions. A lot of spread. I know the playbook was a bit more simplified this year than previously, but we have two insanely tall, big guys, Ethan Tate, Elliot Len out wide. Got great slot receivers with Jared Leonard and Dylan Watson lining up. So I think we're going to see a bit more passing. We got 3 great running backs. So I think we're going to see a lot of different things.
So in motion, and put a ball right up the middle to start things off. So the first thing they do is pound the ball up front, gain about 3 yards on the play. So as a passer, tell me about Max. Has he been pretty consistent?
he's definitely worked on his consistency. This kid has had a cannon for arm for as long as I've known him. I grew up with him. Had a little bit of consistency issues during sophomore year. You know, it was a weird year, but I think he's really putting in the work, and I've seen him throw some completely insane passes. I never
Nathan Miller
think
on
I've
the
seen from
carry.
someone at that age, besides Kyle O'Doy, of course.
I feel like we're going to keep coming back to saying that again and again. We'll have to make sure his mother knows to take the link and send him to him.
Oh, yeah,
at the Naval Academy. So that was Nathan Miller there on the carry. They went up the middle again. Looks like he could have broken outside, but decided to take it up the middle again. And now we're at about a 3rd and 5 on this play, maybe a 3rd and 6. Max takes a snap outside, fumble, but he recovers from it. But he's still going to be brought down. So Cole, what's Cole's last name?
Piazachinski.
Little fumble on the exchange there, but he recovers it. Loss of all the yardage they gained in the first couple plays, so now we got a 4th and 9 or 10. Punting unit comes out. Who's the punter for this team?
I believe it should be Dylan Watson. I think he was the punter ever since freshman year, and this kid has don't want to jinx it, but this kid has got a cannon for a leg. I punted with him actually when I played, both being lefties. We made a little bond over it, and he's put some balls in like great spots, and hopefully we'll be able to see him do that right now.
Solid snap. Takes a few steps, puts it in. You're right, absolutely. Great kick all the way back to the 30. Picked up and taken down right there. Nice play by the special teams on Triton.
Marty Stanley on the tackle.
All right, so now we're going to go and see this Randolph football offense. So in their last game against Sharon, they won 20-0. They had 189 rushing yards and only 39 passing yards. So when we got the little scouting report before the game, we know who their quarterback is, and we know who 4 running backs and a fullback are. We don't know who their wide receivers are because I guess this team just doesn't need them. Which makes me think they probably have a huge offensive line. And they can pound the ball inside, outside, and upside down. So we'll see what happens. Their quarterback tonight is number 14, Gardy Augustine. No, it looks like it's number 2 under center instead. Already a flag on the play. That's probably going to be a motion on the offense.
Flag on the play.
Still no whistle. There they go. So that was quick, and what was it? Was it on the offense? Probably. That quick like that. Triton fans in loud voice already.
And that's what we like to see, you know. I mean, as well as you want to play the game, you need a nice you need your support from your friends, your old teammates, your schoolmates, you know. Something about just playing under these Friday night lights for your hometown is just, it's mesmerizing. It's incredible.
It's got to be fantastic. So number 8 comes off, and I want to say it was number 2 that took that snap, one of their running backs, Sebastian, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll see who goes under center this time. Nope, 14 is back. Looks like they are going to, they're going to bring it all in. So they go from the spread formation, they bring everybody in on motion, reset. 1st and 15 now, handoff up the middle. Solid play by Triton's defensive line. Fumble, ball came out. Triton got the ball. That's a huge turnover early in the game.
On the play, recovered by the Vikings.
That's some momentum right there. Here we go. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Great heads-up play by the Triton inside defensive line. I'm not sure who caused the fumble, but we'll take it. First turnover of the game, and it goes for Triton.
27.
Yeah, this is my 3rd day at Triton for a game. So Wednesday we had a bunch of the football players here for watch the girls' soccer game, which was fantastic. And last night a bunch of girls' soccer players showed up for the volleyball game, and there were some other students there as well. So it's just nice to see the student bodies really coming out, embracing all the sports. So here we go. Let's see if they can get something on offense now. Max dropped back in the shotgun, takes a snap, handoff, running right, got some more room, has a first down at least. About 12, maybe more on that gain, on that play. Excellent run to the right. So Miller is a senior, or how?
He's a junior.
He's a junior as well, yeah.
Viking, first down.
It's a young team.
It is a very young team. You know, you see a lot more sophomores than you expect, and a lot of juniors starting, opposed to, you know, some teams around the Cape Ann League have a lot of senior heavy teams, but sometimes you don't need that. You know, this is the future of our team. This is what we'll be seeing for a bit, and it's really exciting to look forward to.
So in the shotgun again, has Miller on his left. Here's the snap, drops back. First pass of the night for Triton. He's looking and looking. He's got somebody in the end zone. Takes a long time to throw it to him. Basically close to grounding the way he had to throw that ball away. That's all right. That was a smart play.
Yep. 2nd and 10.
Better to take the incompletion than throw that one into the Blue Devils' hands.
Yeah, and that's something that Max is good at. You know, he's really worked on his situational awareness. He knows he knows when to not force a ball. You know, I've really seen great plays from that kid.
2nd and 10 now in the shotgun. Nobody back there with him. Handoff, though, left side. Nice little spin move, but not going to get too many yards on that play. Who was that carrying it for number 8?
Nate Miller on a carry.
Nope, number 9 again, Miller. Yeah, definitely a big crowd, exciting crowd. I imagine not too many people from Randolph up for this game. If it's a 2-hour drive for them to make it here. So 3rd and long now, 3rd and about 8 or 9. Max in the gun again, drops back, hands it off to Miller again. Miller's a couple of spins, but basically gets stood up close to the line of scrimmage.
Nate Miller on the carry.
So they couldn't quite get the offense going after that turnover. Do they have a field goal kicker?
If it's the same as it's always been, it's going to be Elliot Len.
It looks like he's asking for the tee.
Yep. Elliot used to be a soccer player, switched to football, became a kicker, and he has also got a very nice leg.
Gonna need it here. Is that Jared Leonard holding for him?
Yes, Jared Leonard has been the holder for a few years. We saw him holding with
Need a
Elliot.
good snap. Who's the center on this team?
I believe it's Garrett Lee on at least offense. Special teams, I'm going to assume it's the same thing.
Good snap. Ball's down. O's up. Looks good from here. Looks good all the way. And Triton strikes first and puts 3 points on the board over the turnover. Really, honestly, it was the Blue Devils' first play from scrimmage, because their first play was whistled dead just before the snap on a motion call, or an illegal motion call on the offense.
Vikings 3.
And so really that was their first handoff, first real play of any significance, and Triton takes the ball away, and yeah, maybe not a touchdown, but putting points on the board against this team is going to be a good thing, I think.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what Coach Burgos wanted when he came in here, and he made sure to get these kids in the weight room during the summer, and it's definitely shown with a nice little fumble, get a good score out of it. I mean, these kids just look physically ready to play.
They look good. Yep. They look great. So tell me about it's a new coach. Where's he coming from?
I believe he was Swampscott. He was there for a while. I believe he also played D1 at UNH when he was playing. So it's good to have a coach with some football playing experience, and then I believe he won either a championship or 2 with Swampscott. So there were big expectations when he was brought in last year, as I believe just either an assistant coach or an offensive coordinator. And his main job was to take this team and turn it around, and we're really hoping that happens this year.
So it's going to be the program itself has to build too. I mean, you said there are a lot of kids on that sideline, but they got to get the youth program going back up too to get this really in play for Triton to turn this team around, turn the whole program around. I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure that's part of his plan as well. And here's the kick. So Len sends it down off of the far left side, bringing it across, breaks a couple tackles, has a lot of room to run, brings it all the way up to just about the 40-yard line. So they're going to start roughly the same field position. It was about 10 yards back last time, but we'll see if they change anything up. I'm going to guess not. I mean, this is a team that has 2 wins. They're not going to get upset about 3 points in the first quarter.
And you really can. I mean, that's where some teams make mistakes. You know, something this early, 3 points, you got to keep your head in the game for them. But for Triton, I know that was definitely a big kind of breath of fresh air to begin with. It's been a while since we've scored first. So yeah, I know these kids are definitely feeling good.
Mr. Gundren, what do you think? Has it been a while? You have a stat on that? No, just a long time. Okay, fair enough. So here come the Blue Devils, 1st and 10. This time they do keep the offense spread out. We'll see if they stick with that. In motion. Drops back, gives it off to the right side. Breaks one tackle, got a block to get another tackle. He's going to come all the way down past the 50. About a 15, almost 20-yard gain on that play. Number 7 for the Blue Devils.
Malik White on the carry.
Malik White.
Pushed out of bounds by Josh Rodriguez.
I do love having the guy here calling out the names, for us.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, especially
relieves
with
us
some
of
of
having
these
to. Yeah. Yes. So a very quick first down on their first carry of this possession for the Blue Devils. And he broke around that outside fast. There was not a lot of hesitation in him coming around the right. Triton's got to tighten that up a little bit, do a little more contain. This time straight up the middle, same running back, not getting anywhere. So Tony Sforza on our defensive line, who made the tackle.
Was on the carry.
It's a junior as well, right?
Yes. This is a very, I want to say, a junior-dominated team. I mean, they came to this program a few years ago. They knew they were going to grow with each other, and it's really showed. Tony's been I believe this is his 3rd year playing varsity with us, so he has some experience, and he's a big guy. So definitely having him on the line is a big help with runs like that.
In motion again, number 11. This time they're going to bring it right up the middle again. And again, not getting anywhere. Triton yelling for the fumble, but looks like he was down on contact before that. 3rd down now and about kind of a long 6, maybe even 7 yards for the first. But the Blue Devils in Triton territory for the first time tonight. There's about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Absolutely gorgeous night. We got crazy lucky because last night was not.
No.
And it has been a wet kind of year.
Yeah, you could not ask for better weather for this type of game.
Again, a handoff to the left side this time. Same running back, number 7. Malik White getting a lot of the carries, but he doesn't quite make it all the way. Gets about 6 when he needed closer to 8. 4th down here, and obviously you go for it. There's no high school that has a kicker that can make that, and a 35, whatever that is, a 50-yarder. And then there's definitely no reason to punt.
Nope.
And the wind was crazier tonight, but it seems like it's settled down a little bit, so I don't think that'll be much of a factor today. All right, so they're stacked up heavy. 1 receiver wide, and that's going to be a tough one. If that goes against Triton, that's going to give them that first down.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, offsides on Triton. Jumped the gun a little bit. Something tells me that team,
Results
that
in a
Blue Devil team
Randolph,
practices
first down.
that.
Oh, yeah.
You get a team in a situation like that where they need to make a stop, and it's only 2 yards, so.
And I know it hurts on the defensive side because that's exactly what we used to practice and all the time, especially on 4th and short like that. You want to get them offsides. It's something you got to look out for, but you just got to bounce back from it,
So another first down for the Blue Devils. This time at about the 30-yard line. Drops back. He stumbled a little bit. Couldn't quite turn the corner. And he's going to be hit for a loss. Good on Triton.
Josh Rodriguez and Elliot Lent on the tackle.
Now, Rodriguez, is he outside linebacker? Where's he playing exactly? Number is he?
I believe,
Guardian
can't tell you
Augustine
exactly,
was
but I
on
know
the
that
carry.
he does switch with Nathan Miller. Nathan Miller is a bit more of an elusive guy. He does more of the kind of sharper running in coverage, and Josh is really a guy who just wants to get through the hole and just pound the team to the ground.
He's listed as a linebacker, but on the field it looks like he's playing more kind of that defensive end position.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they know with the way this team runs the ball, you got to put people up on the line. You can't give them, that first couple of yards. So they set up with a 2nd and long in motion. Drops back. Really the first honest pass of the night from the Blue Devils. A little bit of a push. No, I think that's coming back.
Looks like it's going to be
I think it's
pass interference
offensive.
on the offense.
Yep.
Flag on the play.
I know. Maybe he's saying. It's hard to tell by the reaction of the players. It looked a little bit like the jersey pulling was happening by the Blue Devils team. Yeah, they're bringing it all back. Offensive pass interference. We didn't even need Bob Lathrop to hook us up with a replay. We could see that one ourselves, and we know it. And the Triton fans let him hear it. That was not much, to be honest. And I don't know if you watched the football game last night, the Cowboys and Buccaneers football game.
I caught a little bit of it, you know.
It's probably good you didn't watch all the way to the end because it ended at midnight and it was a school night. But there was an offensive pass interference not called at the end of that game. That was, let's just say it was pretty obvious and pretty rough way for the Cowboys to go out.
Yeah, I was watching it in more of a fantasy kind of way, you know, making sure my players were doing good.
Fair enough. So they go from second and long to second and really, really, really long after what looked like a beautiful touchdown pass, but you can't do that kind of offensive pass interference call and get away with it. Now, huge hit in the backfield. Excellent tackle by Ashton Monson. You said he's a junior captain on this team?
Yeah, and that kid is a monster. I was playing with him ever since 8th grade. And even, you know, a young kid back in 8th grade, he had talent. And he was brought in this program, and they shaped him, and he has been a monster ever since. And it shows being a junior captain. That's a pretty big deal. You know you have to be pretty good for that, and it shows with a nice tackle like that for a loss.
Now, this is an interesting spot for Triton because this team runs the ball well. So you can't give up the outside. You can't give up the 30-yard. I mean, this is a ridiculous third, and I can't even do the math from here looking at this, but it's at least 30 yards, maybe 35 yards. And you got to contain, but you also can't give up another deep pass like they had on that one that got called back. So not a lot of protection in the backfield for him. You know he's going to throw. He's going to take his time. Defense is rushing him, but you got to contain now. And he stumbles. No, he doesn't. He gets by 1, 2, and gets pushed out of bounds. Way short of the first down. But at about the 40-yard line, again, are they going to punt? Are they going to...
Watson on the tackle.
Definitely not doing a field goal. Looks like a punter did come out for them. Number 8
Augustine
for the Blue Devils.
On the carry.
Shaquan Rush. Back to punt, yeah. So Triton forces a punt. Got to call timeout, make sure they're set for it, make sure there's no trick play coming. So that's a pretty good defensive stand. Helped out by the pass interference call.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
But they got him down to that 4th and 2. Made the mistake, but then they ended up not having to pay for it. And then when they pushed him back, then they pushed him back again. So really well done by the Triton defense. Coming out fast.
Yeah. And that's really what you need that we've been lacking in for the past few years. You know, you need to strike first, especially being at home. It's your home opener. And I think that's definitely playing a part. You know, the energy in the stadium is crazy. I haven't seen it's nice to see a stadium this full, you know, with everything that's going on.
It has been a long time. Ooh. That ball's going to bounce out of bounds right about the 12-yard line. So a solid punt by the Blue Devils, putting the Vikings deep in their own territory for their second possession. Well, third possession of the game, I guess. So they basically had, was it a 3 and out? What happened? No, they had on their first possession. Yeah. So if you're running this offense, are you coming out and so they started the game by just sort of pounding the ball up the middle. Are you coming out and are you airing it out? See what kind of, see if you can spread this defense a bit, see if you can, throw one down the field yourself, or what are you doing?
You know, it's hard to say with the incredible talent we have at both. I mean, on one hand, you have Elliott Len, Jared Leonard, Ethan Tate out there are huge receivers and Max with a great arm you could throw. But we also have incredible running backs. And
wow,
here you see this.
And a hole that was just so massive. Is there a flag on the play? No, I don't see any flags. That was absolutely fantastic. Did you see the size of that hole?
Yep, and it took the words that I was saying right out of my mouth. I mean, Nathan, the kind of like little triple we have, Nathan Miller, Josh Rodriguez, Cole Piazzacinski. I mean, these are 3 great, well-trained running backs, and they're big too. Josh being the biggest out of all of them, you know, you can pound him right up the hole. And Nathan Miller has gotten speed over the years, and he really showed it with, you know, you get a hole that big, you take it, and you make the most out of it.
And credit to that offensive line for creating that huge hole. I mean that was definitely, the running back had to bring it up there, but wow, that was wide open. So good for him. Good for them. A few yards on that pickup.
Piazzacinski on the carry.
It's going to be second and about 7 now. And you know what? I mean, a minute left in this first quarter. If Triton can hold on to this ball, just keep steadily marching down the field. You know, end of the first, up 3-0. We'll take it. That's a good start to the season. Another handoff, another big hole up the middle, another big run. Going to get about 5 on that, and going to be short of a first down by just a couple of yards. Jared Leonard, I think, on that run. Nope, Cole again. Okay. It's 3rd and about 2, and I don't know if you even want to run a play here before the end of this quarter. I'm not sure how many seconds they get between, but they're going to go ahead and do it, though. 17 seconds left. Take a snap here. Oh, I think he drew him off sides. Well done. Right back at you, Blue Devils.
Flag on the play.
So both teams execute perfectly on the draw them off sides when it's 3rd and short, or in the case of the Blue Devils, it's 4th and short.
Offside, Randolph.
There you go, 5 yards.
Triton.
Pick up that first down.
First down.
So Triton with only their first or second first down that they've gotten on their own in this game, and that's the end of the first quarter. What do you think? End of one, and we're up 3-0.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. I mean, you know, to some people 3-0 may not be that big, but as a playing football before, I mean, it's good to see, especially this early in the game in the first quarter. Triton actually being up, playing well, and I'm almost speaking from I feel like I'm speaking from a father position. I'm so proud of seeing how this team has come. You know, I played on the winless team. I played on the team that we got just a few wins, and I mean, you know, I may have moved on to a different chapter in my life, but that doesn't mean I still don't have love for this program, love for Coach Burgos and everyone around him, and you know. I see these guys on the daily. I have classes with them. I see them outside of school, and to see them thrive, it's really something else.
Yeah. So this team, like you talked about, I mean, this team really has gelled over the last couple of years. I think more so than we've seen in the past. So that's fantastic. And credit to the coach. That's a big part of it. How much do you think this year it's a different program, just because you guys are all in school and you're all seeing each other normal? I mean, this time last year was all remote, so this year much better, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's a much better atmosphere for these guys, you know, being in school. Although I know teachers don't want to hear this, all the classes I have with the football guys, I've caught them watching film every now and then, so you know they're serious about this.
That's all right. It's early in the season. It's early in the year. You know, it's early in the academic year. I mean, it's early in the academic year. They got to get it going early in the season too. So I understand that. So Max drops back again. Only the 2nd or 3rd time today he's going to try and pass. And say he's going to hit it, run it. He's going to get at least 8 yards, maybe 9 on that. I don't think he quite picked up the first down, but a good little scramble by Max.
And that is something that he can do. Max does have some good wheels, especially for a kid his size. It's good to see a dual threat quarterback like that. One who can huck the ball 30, 40 yards downfield, but then can take off for 8, 9, just like that. Like it's nothing.
Keeps the defense honest. That's absolutely true. And, you know, I like this kind of hurry up they're running, too. I mean, they're not hanging around huddling for that long.
Nope.
A little bit of motion coming in from the left side. Max drops back again. Little toss. There's a catch. Jared Leonard with the ball. Takes a hit. Comes out of bounds right at about the 32-yard line. No, that wasn't Leonard. That was Cole, wasn't it?
It was Artie Stanley.
Artie Stanley. Nice.
Arthur Stanley.
And that's also nice to see. You know, Artie had been in the program. He had been moved up to varsity, but he really didn't get these opportunities that he's getting now. And he's really showing what he can actually do, something that's been hiding for a bit with a great pass by Max and great catch and finish by Artie.
So Miller takes it straight up the middle, gains a couple on that play. It was nice about that catch. I mean, it was
Nathan Miller on the carry.
It was a great pass. It was right where he needed it, but he caught it before he turned upfield. You know what I mean? He didn't because he was definitely open, but he didn't start to make that turn upfield before he caught it. Caught the ball, then he turned upfield. Then he took the hit at the end of the play with the ball protected. So that was just really good football execution.
And that's what receivers need to do. You know, turning before the catch is a great way to drop a pass, and which I have been guilty of a lot before. But you know,
a screen pass to number 8 again, and he makes a little deep play, and he gets a first down, brings it inside the 20. So Artie Stanley, 2 big catches on this drive. He's got some quickness, huh?
Yeah. And he really hasn't had many chances to show it until now, and I'm glad that they're really making use of him because this kid does have talent. As you can obviously, two great catches and runs and finishes by him.
Yeah. A little toss into the flat that ends up getting a first down for Triton and forces the Randolph Blue Devils to call timeout here. I can imagine they're a little shooken up.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure who's hitting him in the mouth exactly, but this is good football.
Oh yeah, you know, being a 2-0 team from the inner city going up, they probably knew Triton's kind of old record. You know, I don't think they were coming into this game expecting what has been handed to them, and you know, it's a good look. You know, even only being the second quarter, I'm really liking what I'm seeing out here, and I'm sure all these fans are too.
And forcing him to take that nice long bus ride, that helps too.
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah, it's hopefully with the result of this game, it will be a quiet ride home for them.
Well, the thing is, I hope what it also means is that next year that Triton goes down to Randolph. I mean, I think that's one of the nice things about that out-of-league play when you get sort of a rivalry going. Or even not a rivalry, just so much a back and forth year to year. So that's the fourth first down for Triton. The third one that they've sort of earned, let's say, on this drive. They got one with the penalty, but three of those 4 have been legitimately catching the ball and running it past the sticks. So fantastic. So Triton sets up with another first down now, just inside the red zone. Max drops, hands it up off the middle. That's Nathan Miller again, taken down probably for a gain of maybe a yard.
Nathan Miller on the carry.
So does this team have a rivalry yet with any of the? I mean, there were so few games last year. I know Pentucket is always the Thanksgiving game, but Newburyport, is that always still a?
Oh yeah, sometimes I like to think that Newburyport's really our real rival. I know, playing Pentucket on Thanksgiving, you have to consider them our pen and paper rival, but it's much more of a different feeling, when either we go to Newburyport or Newburyport goes to us. I mean, like outside of sports, everyone's got friends in Newburyport, but when you bring it on the field, it's very rare to see that much hatred between two schools.
It's a little different,
especially how close they are. I mean, Newburyport literally being right next to
in the middle of the Triton district. So So Max on that scrambled, forced out of bounds before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. So now we got a 3rd and long, just outside the 20. No, really right at the 20-yard line. So I don't mean this in a bad way, but I'd like to see them not have to kick another field goal. Let's put this thing in this time.
Yep.
That would be good. And on this 3rd and 20, I mean, they've had some luck with the pass. They've had some luck running the ball up the middle. Not sure what they want to go with here, but it's got to be something big.
And I'm assuming it's going to be a pass. They got
and it is, but a lot of pressure right up the middle. Designed kind of a over-the-middle bubble screen, and the defensive player for the Blue Devils almost had a chance to make a pick there. But unfortunately, Elliot Lent couldn't pick that one up, and now we'll see what happens. Field goal unit coming on, I think. Yep. Try for another one. And the wind has absolutely died. It was howling here 3:30 this afternoon for the soccer match, but that flag is still now. So
yeah, I was thinking it's a very rare occasion to not have monstrous wind on the marsh
right.
on the marsh field. Trying to play here, especially when we played during the winter time. I mean, you couldn't get a pass off.
Yeah.
So you couldn't ask for better energy. And
low snap, but a good boot. That looked like it missed. No, it didn't. Yeah, it did. It missed right. Yeah. They're yelling at him that it was good, but no, it was definitely wide right. That's tough. Lent, you can see, is a little upset about that one.
Yeah.
But chance for the defense to come back out, get that momentum going back the Triton way again. Yeah, and Thanksgiving, the football game this year is back here at Triton. Have been here in years past when there's been snow on the ground. It's always fun. It's always fun to come for the Thanksgiving Day game.
Oh, yeah, very fun to watch, brutal to play in. I can definitely say that.
So the normal Triton defense out there on the field. Going to see. I would imagine that the Blue Devils now are going to air it out. They're going to try and pull out something a little more creative. Pull out something that sort of shows they're a bigger team. Rather than trying to pound that ball up the middle, I think they're probably going to go straight for it. Oh, maybe not. In motion. Yeah. Bringing it out to the right side for Blue Devils. Big break, big escape. Gets all the way out, about almost a 20-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage for Randolph. That was just like a power
Jaden
sweep
Phillips
right.
on the carry. Tackled by Jared Leonard.
It's one of their many running backs. Yeah, number 18, Jaden Phillips. And he'll come out of the game probably gassed after running 40 yards like that, or 20 yards like that. So another first down for the Blue Devils. Let's see if Triton can get a stop here. Get another turnover, get something to happen. About 9.5 minutes left in this first half. Home opener here at Triton. There's the ball. They're going to come up the middle again. Stopped up pretty well by Triton. A gain of maybe 4, but solid play in the center of the defensive line by Triton. Number 7 on the carry, Malik White.
Malik White on the carry. Tackled by Josh Rodriguez and a host of Triton Vikings.
And a host, yeah, I would agree. So only the third first down for the Blue Devils, which seems crazy. Doesn't it seem like they've had the ball a lot?
Yeah, it does.
And only 2 of those did they actually earn. One of them was on those, on that, I guess they earned the penalty call. That's going to be another first down. Again, just run the ball up the middle. So they're doing the exact opposite of what I said. I thought they were going to come out, throw the ball, razzle-dazzle, show off a little bit. Instead, they're like, we're just going to run the ball right up the middle. And it's working for them so far.
Malik White on the carry. Tackled by Ryan Snow.
Another first down. It's a big offensive line for that Blue Devils team.
Oh, yeah, some huge kids out there.
Coming to the left side of Triton, or the left side of the line for the Blue Devils. Again, 3-4 yards every carry. They're just sort of pounding it every time. 52 now into the game for Triton.
Jared Leonard and Dominic Cardello on the
Mason
tackle.
Martinello, a senior. Comes in, gives a couple of the starting defensive players a little bit of a rest. Dominic Cardillo out, get some water. They've been on the field a long time, it feels like, the Triton defense.
Yeah.
Second down now and about a little less than 7 yards for the first. Drops back. This is going to be a pass. Nope, designed run for the quarterback. Designed draw. Didn't get anything. Maybe 2 yards on the play at the most. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Martinello and Torres on the tackle.
So we'll say it seems like the Blue Devils run a slower offense than Triton. Triton is a lot quicker to snap the ball between plays.
Oh, yeah. Triton has that rush, and we have that no-huddle playbook that was introduced when McCarthy was our head coach a few years ago that Burgo stuck with. And it's good. It's good to get the memories going for the players, get the brains working, and then also to speed up the process. You don't want to sometimes it's nice to take time off the clock, but sometimes you really need to get that play down, especially when a team is used to, dealing with slow teams, slow to get to the huddle, and sometimes it's nice to kind of catch them off guard like that.
Yeah, and I think, too, Triton has never not in the last decade, has had a team that would get a big lead and hold a big lead where you did want to sort of run the clock down. Instead, it's always been either tight games or come from behind. But to be able to have the discipline to play that up tempo, no huddle, keep moving the ball offense. It does take a lot of memorization. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of players buying in fully into the system. So a timeout from Randolph here to talk it over at a 3rd and 5. A little under 7 minutes in the first half.
Make sure you visit the Snack Shack. A lot of fabulous food over there.
For everybody watching at home, don't bother trying to get here and get in the Snack Shack. It's too crowded. Do not rush down to Triton to come in and get your snacks. All right, let's play some football, guys. They haven't had a single completion. So Eric Gundrum, our stats guy extraordinaire for every single sport, I think, except for soccer, here tonight with us, and just let us know that Randolph Blue Devils not one single completed pass, which is kind of nuts. I mean, so looking at their stats from last week when they played Sharon, we were looking at the disparity in the numbers. I mean, it was 189 rushing yards to only 39 passing yards, but still, you would think, is this another timeout? What is going on here? It's official timeout? We're talking to the... I'm not sure what's going on. You can see the student crowd, though, is a little restless. I'm feeling it right now, you guys. I want to see some football, too.
Yep.
I'm not sure what all this timeout stuff is about here at 6:48 to play in the half. It seems like the referees are talking to one of the coaches.
There's 6:45 left in the first half.
Trying to work something out. I'm not sure what the issue is. So the Blue Devils, all right, start the clock. Nope, timeout. So the Blue Devils just took back-to-back timeouts, like without any...
Being completely honest, I didn't even know that was allowed. I thought you had to run a play.
I've also never
between
seen that
tie down.
before.
Yeah, timeouts, yeah, but...
That is strange. I've definitely never seen that before. I have no idea what's going on.
But, that just gives Triton more time to prepare for what's coming towards him, and it keeps the anticipation up.
Ball straight up the middle, Malik White, and he's going to have enough for a first down. He reminds me a little bit of Liam Spillane, the way he used to run. I don't know if you ever remember watching Liam Spillane. That was probably when you were in 4th grade or something. But
Sebastian
he was
on the carry.
he ran the ball the same way, just like a steamroller, like a tank.
First down.
Just took the ball, went straight into the pack, knocked people over. So another first down for Randolph, and the clock's ticking down now. It's going to be about 6 minutes by the time this play is done. Motion to the left. Run the ball to the left. Stopped up by the Triton defense right there. Absolutely great contain on the... And then a late flag, a really late flag.
Sebastian Jossance on the carry.
That's usually a face mask or a unsportsmanlike
Tackled
or
by
something.
a ship load of Vikings.
And, yeah, unsportsmanlike on Triton. They don't give us a number when that happens here. I'm not entirely sure who that got called on. 55's coming off the field. And maybe the referees told them it was on 55. So that's a tough one. That's a 15-yard penalty. And Triton had just put up a good stop, just stopped him coming around the left side of the line.
Yeah, it's the little things like that that you really can't do. You can't give up yards like that for something silly like unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, I know you're pumped up after getting a nice tackle or a big play, but you got to keep it cool. You got to keep it within the rule book.
Yeah, and it could have been a late hit. He could have been continuing the play. The whistle hadn't blown yet. An unnecessary late hit. But in any case, here we are, rolling out for the first pass, and that's going to fall incomplete. So the passing game is not there tonight for the Blue Devils, which I'm not going to complain about. That's all right.
Yeah, it would be nice to keep it that way.
So the clock stops with about 5:45 to play in the half. And Triton's defense still keeping them honest here. That was going to be a 2nd and long before the penalty. So let's see if Triton can keep this going. Nope, going to be a false start. Bring it back. False start on the offense. Yep, somebody on that line moved.
False start on Randolph.
That'll help. 5 yards back. It's going to be basically 2nd and more like 13 or so. That's our 3rd offensive penalty. 3rd time they've been called for motion or for illegal motion or for, false start.
And we'll take every single one of them. You know, that anything helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, penalties really go kind of like unseen. I mean, obviously you never want to get a penalty, but you don't know how much it really messes with the team's head when they keep, repeating penalties, losing yards like that. So It's really a good thing happening for us right now. It would be nice to keep those coming from Randolph.
This time he drops back to pass again, has to scramble again. Great pressure, dive, but he gets away from 2 guys, but doesn't get much farther around the corner. Going to gain some on that play. It's going to make it a 3rd and about 6 or 7. Good little scramble by their quarterback, but couldn't get far enough for the first down, and again couldn't throw the ball.
Augustine on the carry.
Yeah, at some point, especially with a false start,
Nate Miller on the tackle.
do you start thinking about practice the next day and what coach is going to say?
Yep. Yeah, definitely false starts is, I'd say that's probably the worst penalty you can draw as a team. Everyone starts looking at each other, talking in the locker room after. You know you're going to be running tomorrow.
Right. Timeout now again. For the Blue Devils, no. Okay. That's one thing that still baffles me is how many timeouts that football teams actually get.
Yep.
It just seems like in high school football it's just nonstop.
I know.
All right, here we go. 3rd and long. There's the ball on the ground,
Comes out.
and they dive on it, and it looks like it's still going to be Randolph's
Fumble
ball.
on the play. Recovered by Randolph.
So the 3rd fumble of the game, 2 of them recovered by the team that fumbled, but the one big one was Triton recovering that fumble on the very first possession by Randolph. And then they did another bad exchange, and now they got a 4th and long again. And at under 5 minutes, they might as well go for it. Triton's offense hasn't really lit it up, so if you give Triton the ball at the 25, 30-yard line, that's not so bad. I don't think they think Triton's going to be able to go down the field in under 4 minutes and score, so why not? They're probably going to air it out again. It worked the first time. They just got that pass interference call on him. And he drops back. A lot of pressure right away. Almost gets tripped up. Still under pressure. Rounds the corner. If he can make it, he's not going to. He's going to be. No, he isn't. He's still on his feet. Finally pulled down, but way short of the first down marker.
Augustine on the carry.
Fantastic defense.
Tackled by a host of Vikings.
And it was really Elliott Lent that made that happen. He was the one that got in the backfield fast, forced that quarterback to scramble, and then forced the quarterback to stumble. So just a fantastic play by Triton's defense. And look at that. Triton's got the ball again.
And that's good. It's obviously by now it's clear that this quarterback can run, and he's been doing that mostly when he drops back. So I'm sure the defense has shifted in somewhere for him. Elliott Lent is a big, fast defensive end. To see him get in there, he's going to put some pressure on the quarterback. He's going to draw him to a place he doesn't really want to go to. And, it works out in our favor, as you can see from that play.
But as a quarterback, it's got to get frustrating. You don't have a completion yet. I mean, no matter how much you like running the ball and how much you want to get out there and get outside and make plays, he doesn't have a completion yet. I mean, at some point, that's going to get frustrating for him, and he's going to really want to throw that ball. So here we go. First down, Triton Vikings, 3 minutes and 51 in the half, up 3-0. A long way to go, but just got to move it 10 yards at a time. Drops back to pass. Going to air it all the way out. Oh, and just outside of his fingertips. Good long throw. A little bit slow to get up. Good for that Blue Devils kid for lifting him up. Is that Jared Leonard? Number 6, yeah.
And that's the issue with a strong arm quarterback like that and a not as tall as you'd like receiver like Jared Leonard. As good as he may be, you want to go so deep. Sometimes you just miscalculate it. It was a really close ball, but he's he's definitely, I can feel he's intimidating this Randolph defense with how he can throw the ball.
So, yeah, they got to run the ball here. You need to wind down a little bit of clock. And there we go. It's going to be 3rd and long now. Because you really don't want to ideally give the ball back to because Triton's going to have to kick off to start the second half.
Josh
So
Rodriguez
last thing you want
carry.
is to give them a chance to score and then get the ball back in the second half and score again. So
Right, exactly.
they got to get a first down here. Clock ticking now. There's no 2-minute warning in high school football, so it's not going to stop. If Triton can just get a first down, they can really kind of run this thing down. Randolph has used so many of its timeouts. Drops back to pass again. Here we go. He's got plenty of time to look, but no, he doesn't. He's wrapped up and he's taken down. Just waited a little bit too long on that. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving going on at midfield. No flag, though. So, not a great play for Triton. Going to be 3rd and extremely long now. Or 4th down? 4th down. Take it back. 4th and extremely long. I haven't even seen where they're putting the ball down there. Yeah, it's way back. There we go. About the 15-yard line. So they got a punt at 4th and 15. Punting almost from his own end zone. Pretty close to it. Can't make any mistakes here.
Nope.
And they got a hold on defense. It's going to be under 2 minutes when they finally get that ball. Triton patient. Finally the snap. Low snap. Scoops it up. Gets the ball off. Solid punt. Solid catch, though, by the Blue Devils. Got a little bit of room. Got a little bit of room, but not enough. Going to get swallowed up at the 40-yard line. That was
on the tackle.
That was a lot of action and a lot of motion for not a lot of yards.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, he caught it at about the 45, and he got maybe 5 yards in all that time it took him.
And, you know, it's surprising to see a high schooler catch a ball like that off a punt. I mean, that thing was coming in fast. You typically see them, they like to take a bounce, but there's a sign for Triton to know that, you know, Randolph isn't messing around. So
Right.
gotta keep the pace up. Gotta end the half at the minimum 3-0.
Yeah, no, they actually, this is a critical series here. They absolutely cannot give them anything here to end this half. There they go in motion. Ball's in the middle. Ball's way out to the outside. The ball's fumbled again. Triton with a chance to fall on it. Scoops it up, and he's running with the ball. Takes a tackle. Gets it down. Triton with a huge turnover.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Triton.
Fantastic play by the Triton defense again to get the turnover and even make some yardage out of it. That is absolutely beautiful. I think it was Jared Leonard that scooped that up.
And you know, it cannot get any better than that. That could not have gone more perfectly in our favor. Great field position with 2 minutes left. You know, a fired up team, most likely upset Randolph. So it's looking good.
That Triton, they needed something on defense, and that was absolutely the best thing that possibly could have gotten. So now it's 2 minutes. Now the field is completely flipped. You had Triton in their own defensive end looking at a Randolph team that was ready to go down and score, and instead you flip it around. You put that Triton team down out there. They've got the momentum. They're inside the 40-yard line, it looks like, and they're ready to go. Let's see something happen here, Triton. Come on. Drops back to pass. Got to get rid of it a little quicker. Nope, he's going to come up the middle. He's got a blocker. He's got to move. He's going to get all the way down, almost a first down on that play. So definitely not a design quarterback draw, but he'll take it.
And that's the good thing about Max. You know, he's not afraid to get hit. This kid has been, before he was a quarterback, he was a tight end and a linebacker / safety on the defense. So, you know, he's a headhunter even when he has the ball.
He's hit a few people himself, so he knows what it feels like.
Yeah.
So he was about 4 yards short. It looked like he was a lot closer from here. Ball's going to come right up the middle. That's going to be an easy first down. And now Triton's got to think about calling a timeout, set themselves up, make a smart play. Would love to see a field goal running into this. Clock's going to keep moving at 1:16 now left in the half. Triton's got to speed up their offense here.
First down.
It's going to be under a minute by the time they snap the ball. Is that the fifth first down by Triton? Fifth first down of this first half. by this Triton Vikings team. That is fantastic. That's solid offense.
Oh, yeah.
2 turnovers helps as well. Low snap, scoops it up, a lot of pressure, a little flip pass out to Lentz, but he couldn't quite get his hand on it. That'll stop the clock at 52 seconds and a second down now. Second down and the ball at about the 20-yard line. So out of the 6 attempts Triton has had in this game, only 2 catches. Both of them were, what's his name?
Artie Stanley?
Yeah, Artie Stanley. Trying again. They're going to run the ball this time. Just get some comfort zone. Yep, they are. They're swinging out. No, he's going to look to pass, and he does. And there's another catch, and he goes in for the touchdown. Artie led with the 3rd catch of the game. A beautiful play, a little swing pass out to the right side, and the Triton Vikings absolutely turn this game around and score a touchdown with 42 seconds left in the first half.
That's a huge, great job by Max to Jared Leonard. You know, getting him right across over to the outside. You know, being a small slot receiver, you don't see him go deep. But
was that Leonard or was it Leonard?
That was Leonard.
It was Leonard. So
yep.
Jared Leonard with the catch. There we go. Absolutely a fantastic play right there. And you're right, little slot receiver that can come out there and make that catch.
And that's exactly what he's best at. And you know, this kid's got gloves with, you know, it always seems like they got some sort of glue on it. His hands are insane.
And that time the line can't hold and the point after is blocked. And there's a lesson there because it's a little different on a field goal. You get a little bit more space and there's almost, you know, less chance of you to get a block. But on that, they just came right up the middle. That was tough. But a fantastic touchdown. And they just need to hold on here for 40 seconds. And they're going to go into the half with a ton of momentum, up 9-0.
Yep.
Team's got to feel fantastic. This has really been a great half.
Oh, yeah.
Why is the Triton fight song Yankee Doodle Dandy?
I wish I knew. I believe our band teacher, Sue Densmore, had an answer, but I mean, whatever works, I guess.
Whatever works,
it did seem to bring a little bit more energy into the stands, so, you know, giving them a round of applause, you know.
The band is fired up, the crowd is fired up, the team is fired up. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's make a good play here. Let's just play some solid defense. Let's get into that locker room up 9-0. That'd be beautiful. Lent to kick. They've done okay on the return so far. The first one, he brought it all the way out to the 40. Let's see how it goes this time. Ball's up and deep. It's going to be all the way back to his 10. Nobody on him right away. Finally, somebody is close, but they can't make the play. Great block. He's going to get all the way to the 40 again. Some solid blocking out there by the Blue Devils. So now, if you're Randolph, you got basically, I would take 3 plays and air it out. Just say, what's the point of running the ball up the middle now?
You know exactly.
You got 34 seconds. You're not a pro team that can like sketch out a 34-second, 60-yard series. You just need to air it out.
Yep. And I'm sure that's exactly what Triton's expecting. So, we got some really good secondaries. So, I like to see how we're going to end out this half.
Somebody's having a birthday up in the stands. It's kind of fun. It's a celebratory kind of night. All right, here we go, Triton. 4 receivers out, 1 back in the backfield with the quarterback. Takes a snap, looked like a motion early, but I guess not. He drops back. There's a big long throw, turn around, falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
My guess is they're going to do that exact same thing again. Maybe scramble a little bit more to burn a little more clock.
Yep.
This quarterback hasn't looked super comfortable since that first pass where, it was a beautiful pass, perfectly connected. And, it was the pass interference that made the difference. But since then, he hasn't looked comfortable and he hasn't completed a pass yet.
No, and you want to keep it that way. That's the best scenario we could ask for, keeping a quarterback under pressure, making him roll out, especially to the non-dominant side. And as a quarterback, you get frustrated. You don't get the stats that you want when you don't complete passes. It's gonna make you force them, throw a ball that you don't necessarily
want. And again,
want
big
to throw.
pressure up the middle, and he's hit, and the ball's fumbled. Triton falls on it again, and Triton has the ball again. Unbelievable. The third turnover that goes in Triton's favor in this first half here at home. Absolutely incredible.
And this is great. This is going to give another opportunity to at least get a field goal, hopefully,
Josh Rodriguez causes the fumble. Nathan Miller with the recovery.
Rodriguez is having a good game.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen him playing really well so far.
Yep,
Haven't been able to call his name out enough, but we definitely have noticed him on the field. He's playing well.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to give another big shout out to the Triton cheerleaders. Great job, ladies.
All right, here they come. They're going to run the ball. They're going to throw the ball. What are we doing here? Having a quick chat. Just no mistakes, and maybe put another one up on the board. Why not? Drops back, rolls out to his left. Long toss. A little bit too long. Looking for him. I think that's
Ball is incomplete.
that's Stanley that time.
Yep.
12 seconds now left in the half. Really, just you were saying that the quarterback could get frustrated not getting his stats. At this point, he's frustrated because just nothing's going right for him.
Nope.
A couple of fumbles already, at least one by him, and then just hasn't been able to connect. He's had a couple of good runs, but really that's been it.
Yeah.
So here comes Triton again. 2nd and 10, 12 seconds left in the half. 4 receivers wide, 1 in motion, drops back. Decent protection, got some time, and he's got to get rid of it now, and he does. Just overthrows Leonard by a little bit.
Incomplete pass.
He also had 2 or 3 guys right in his face when he threw it. 6 seconds left. Do you go in the flat here and just try and break something surprising? Or
you really, 6 seconds, being this far back, you want to kind of play conservative. You don't want to do anything that could really end up in a kind of messy situation, Maybe just a nice little run to end off the quarter and a half, or just dump it to the flat, see if we can get another nice little run upfield.
So they brought in Cole. They brought in Cole
Piazachinski.
So is he? He's a running back. Is he typically a receiver out of the flat? Timeout. Triton. Yeah, let's talk it over. Good call by the coach. There's no point. You got 6 seconds. No mistakes. Let's go into the half with a lead. Make sure we're all on the same page.
Another shout-out coming your way.
But Cole is a very versatile player. You can't put him up the
Thank
hole.
you very much for filming tonight's game.
That's us.
Posted later.
That is.
Actually, I think it's live, but yeah.
As we saw in the beginning, doing a little kind of toss to him on the outside. He has speed. He can run. I've seen him catch incredible passes. You could even put him out in the flats or maybe do a little wheel route. He's also a great blocker. And being a sophomore, getting this opportunity. You can kind of expect him to do some good stuff. It's very rare you see a team with
Once again,
this
remember,
many
hit up
good
that
running
snack
backs to
bar.
work from.
A lot of nice food over there.
Putting him out,
T-shirt.
you can expect something good to happen, hopefully, or some kind of maybe out of the ordinary play.
Yeah, so he's back there with Max, and you got Tate on the far left side, and
We got
it's like Dylan Watson
for sale here.
playing the slot
Right
on the
down
left
front.
as well. And Jared Leonard out there on the left. So pretty much everybody off to the left side for Triton. And he's going to drop back. A lot of pressure up the middle. He's got to roll, and he's got to take a sack here. Just don't let go of the ball. And that's going to end. That's all right. You know what? End the half on a sack, but you're up 9-0.
Oh yeah, and that's a real good look for Triton. That's going to bring some confidence into the
Yeah.
locker room.
Yeah. That's a fantastic hook for Triton. I'm stunned, honestly. I've not seen Triton play football this well
Triton
in
9, Randolph 0.
3 or 4 years. It's been really fantastic, and it's been a complete team effort. The offense has done what the offense needs to do. The defense has been absolutely fantastic, forcing all those turnovers right from the jump, right from the very first time that the Blue Devils had a chance to run the ball. They forced a fumble and made it happen. So absolutely incredible.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna take a little break here at halftime. It's about 9 minutes before they're back out on the field. Give us a chance to visit the snack bar and get refreshed for the second half. So we'll take a break for a few moments. All right, welcome back to the second half. Triton Vikings up 9-0 on the Randolph Blue Devils. We'll talk a little bit about the stats here, but one thing I wanted to do before I forget, upcoming games for the Triton Vikings. So they're on the road for the next 2 weeks, playing Friday the 17th at Shawsheen. Do you ever remember playing Shawsheen? No. And then Friday the 24th at Newburyport. And hopefully this huge Viking ship here can show up at Newburyport as well on that Friday. And then back here at the stadium on October 1st against Amesbury, a team that, a lot like the Vikings over the years, has sort of gone up and down. They've been an inconsistent program at best. So hopefully Triton will have an opportunity to do something there on Friday night, October 1st, back here in the stadium. So Triton going to kick off to start the second half. And this has been really just an incredible Vikings defense, forcing as many turnovers as they have in the first half. So let's see what they bring in the second. And on the flip side of it, I would say the Blue Devils offense just hasn't shown a lot. So back now, we'll see how this kick goes. Last couple ones, they brought it out all the way to the 40. Solid kick as well. Deep again, all the way back on his 10 where he catches it. Bringing it right up the middle. Not as many blocks this time, but he makes it, gets it away from one guy, but a Triton tackler takes him down right at the 20-yard line. Good play on special teams by 22 for Triton. I'm sorry, 12 for Triton. Ryan Snow. Has he been out there the whole time?
Every now and then, he goes in. I
Jaden
believe he
Torres,
was in just a little bit
Dylan
before.
Watson
He's
on the
maybe a
tackle.
special teams heavy player, but looks like he's getting some reps out on defense to start the second half. So
excellent. So here, this Randolph team, they had 28 plays in the first half and on 5 drives. Ran the ball 17 times, sort of a balance, 7 times outside, 10 times inside. Let's see what they do here. Stacked heavy. Backing off, playing it right up the middle. It's almost like a rugby scrum kind of play here. It's like they basically just move the pile and move the pile and move the pile. At some point, somebody's got to put a knee down. There we go. That is a strange play. I mean, and I played rugby, and I still think that's a strange play. Okay, we'll count that as a run up the middle. On the passing game for Randolph, they have no completions on 2 attempts. There was the one that was called back for pass interference. They've only had 6 first downs. They've also had 5 penalties, 5 on offense and 2 on defense. They had to punt the ball away once, but the real big difference, they fumbled the ball 5 times and turned it over 4. So that's been the huge difference for the Triton Vikings in this game so far, is their defense forcing fumbles. Second down now and 8, and they line up in the rugby formation again, this sort of big huddle. This time it's a quick play out to the outside on the right side. Decent gain, may have gotten all the way up to the first down on that. It's a really strange offensive play.
yeah.
So we know Triton would have scouted this, so they must know what's coming there, but got to make that adjustment.
Ozari is a down on the carry.
Credit to the announcer here, who's getting all these names almost exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to say the names of half of these players.
Yeah, and it's a good thing we have them so we don't have to try.
Yeah. So this time they come around the other side. It's basically the same play, but it's a run to the left instead of the right. Doesn't get quite as many yards on it. Basically, they're forcing the Triton defense to put enough guys in the middle so they can't just do that sort of rugby scrum up the center, and also, but then they're bringing it around the outside so fast. It's hard to contain like that when you've got to have that many guys in the middle against that sort of big plow. It's like a snow plow kind of offense. And I got to imagine that's frustrating for the quarterback too. It's not like he's doing anything. So
Yep.
as long as he can hand the ball off cleanly, that's all that matters. So. And they huddle up like that again. And they run it right up the middle again. And it's just shy of a first down this time, so it'll bring up 3rd and short. And it looks like a Randolph player is down. Going to have to stop the clock here. And having been inside a rugby scrum, what that looks like, you can get hurt in all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, you can imagine.
I'm guessing there's probably not a lot of punching and eye gouging that sometimes goes on in rugby, but you never know. I mean, underneath that pile. So,
yeah.
but I doubt it. That just looks like I don't know whether he's cramping. Looks like it might be a cramp. The way he's kind of laying there like that. So it's been a kind of a strange start to this half. The Blue Devils have been content to run an offense that is. We haven't. Oh, good. The kid's up. Excellent. 68 for Randolph there. Jason Glenn on his feet. Some substitutions now, bringing in almost like a. Oh no, that's just coming out. All right. It's also got to be frustrating for the Triton defense because what exactly is happening? Like the ball's just very slowly moving down the field.
Right. Yep.
It's hard to get a defensive momentum going when just nothing's happening.
Right. You don't want those runs to really bounce to the outside, but you don't exactly want them to just truck up the middle. You like a kind of even ground. So this is definitely, I'm sure it's bringing a lot of confusion to some players. They're probably going to have to make some adjustments and really try and see what's going on in this weird formation that they brought out.
I don't even know what to call it. It's a snowplow. This time it's around the outside, and he's not going to get too far before he gets hit, but he breaks a bunch of tackles. Solid run by the Blue Devils player on that one.
Yeah, really, the only thing that comes to mind when I can even try and picture this formation is we called it Rhino. It was
Nathan
kind of
Miller
a
on the
Linfield
tackle.
heavy, really wings on the outside, kind of
He's a down
bunch
one on
tight.
the carry.
So we've seen it in formations before, but definitely nothing this out of the ordinary. But so it's good they have a little background, I think, going into this, but it's definitely something I'm sure they did not expect.
No. Well, I haven't seen this since coaching Pop Warner, to be honest.
Yeah.
When you had no one who could throw the ball and
Yep.
you just ran an offense that was entirely built on running the ball,
Yep.
and you didn't even bother to pretend that you were going to throw it. But again, that's been since
Jaczynski
Pop
on
Warner.
the
So
tackle.
So again, they're
Malik
just moving
White
the
on the
ball
carry.
3-4 yards at a time, one little break and that's probably the first third down. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Gundram's all over it. That was the first third down conversion of the entire game. Was that run that he just broke when it was 3rd and 4? Other than getting it on the penalties.
And that's good, keeping it all the way until the third quarter.
That's
It's
kinda
going to
nuts.
happen. It's going to happen eventually, but to have it this late in the game is really big.
That's really crazy. So here comes the snowplow formation again. This time he drops back to pass, throws it, first completion of the game for the Blue Devils, and it's going to be a first down. And that's how I guess it works really well, is you line up like that, and then you actually send guys out on a pass play. You catch the defense flat-footed.
Yep.
Still, it doesn't give you a chance to spread the field out at all. But it worked. Got him a first down, first completion of the game for Randolph.
Yep, and that's really the one thing about that is you see something weird like that, defenses tend to get comfortable with it. They think that it's going to happen every time. Once
Right.
something starts working, obviously something works, you're going to do it over and over again, but you can't do it forever. So, just like you said, they got caught flat-footed.
Looked like a mess in the middle, but somebody broke free on the right side. That's the other thing. The handoff is happening it's sort of so quick and in such a tight quarters. It's hard to tell who had the ball.
Right.
Who has the ball?
Yeah.
That was Paul Gargan on the carry.
Well, there you go. The guy upstairs saw who had it.
Yep.
He's got a little bit different view than we have. So
Right.
in our defense, 2nd and short now, and this Randolph team is just slowly marching down the field. It's not even a march. It's just like a slow walk. Another push right up the middle. Didn't even bother handing it off. Just a big push in the line with the Randolph line able to take number 2 and bring him all the way out. Easy first down on that one.
Toussaint's on the carry.
That's the 4th first down on this drive, right? That's crazy. And there's a timeout, I think, for Triton, right?
Still a lot of great items at the Snack Shack.
I'm sure there are a lot of great items at the Snack Shack, but this game started at 7, and it's 8:30, so I'm not sure I'm going to be going down to the Snack Shack anytime soon. I shouldn't say that, but you never know.
We have shirts, belts, pads that you can sit on.
So Triton takes a timeout here. This is just a really strange start. It's almost 10 solid minutes,
tickets as well.
right? Isn't it? Is it 15-minute halves or 12-minute or quarters? 15 or 12?
I believe we're doing 15.
Yeah, so 15-minute quarters. They've had the ball almost for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gone, what? Started on the 20, yeah. And now on their own 20. So, yeah. Yeah, they've gone, what is that, 60 yards? Math is hard, but they've gone a long way down the field.
Yeah.
Triton can't seem to stop them, but they also aren't really sort of breaking anything big. And maybe that's what they talked about in the locker room. Maybe that's what Randolph's game plan is like just hold the ball, steadily march it. We're going to get more possessions. Here they come. That crazy formation again in motion, bringing it to the right side. Breaks, gets all the way around. Tackle, no, he gets all the way into the end zone. So Triton finally gives up a touchdown in this 2021 season. And it's on a really strange play. I mean, I guess it was just really a sweep to the right, but out of a strange formation to the Randolph Blue Devils. And there's a Triton player down on the very far side of the field. Still staying down. Not sure who that is yet. But they held the ball for almost some 9 minutes and 18 seconds. Just steadily moving the ball down the field. That was really weird.
Yeah.
Triton player is up on his feet now. Is that Leonard or who is that? No. It could be.
Yeah, number 6, Jared Leonard.
Yep, Jared Leonard now up on his feet. Coming back across the field, injured on that play. So, again, Triton gives up the first touchdown of the season in the second half, which I never would have expected coming into this game. That is just, that in and of itself is just a really good sign for Triton football. So they're going to go for 2 here? It looks like they might. Yeah. Going for 2 on a 9-6 game, but if they don't have a kicker, that's what you do. Pushing it right up the middle. Big surge by their offensive line. He's still on his feet, though. Looks like he's not going to get in. Triton stops him up.
And that's good.
Excellent play. He came right in the center, and it seemed like he was stopped up, and they could have blown the whistle. They didn't. Yep. Smart play by their running back to bounce it outside, but even more heads-up play by the Triton defense to be there.
A host of Vikings.
Exactly, a host of Vikings.
Yep.
A welcoming committee at the goal line. Stopped him and pushed him back. So Triton's going to finally get the ball for the first time in this half with only 5:42 left in the third. That was definitely, by game clock, the longest possession. I'm not going to ask Mr. Gundam to figure out whether that was or wasn't, but that was a very long possession, the longest one we've seen in this game so far. So Stanley back on the field. Artie Stanley had been off for most of that defensive stand.
Yep.
He came out, seemed to have some kind of trouble with his equipment or something, but he's back out there now. Dropping back to receive, it's going to be not Jared Leonard. He's out, it looks like. Going to be Dylan Watson. And I believe number 32, Jaden Torres.
Yep. It's a freshman this year, so that's really big for him.
Yeah, Jason Torres, freshman back there. All right. Last time they kicked, which was a long time ago, to start off this game, it was a low line drive of a kick, and there it is again.
Yep.
Nope, not scooped up. That's trouble, and that's a lot of trouble because it's going to be, it's going to be Randolph ball. That's a tough one right there. And Elliot Lent looking hurt, coming slowly off the field, getting help from his teammates. So that's really tough. You've got one of your best players is hurt on that play, and you turn the ball over. The first time Triton's turned the ball over in this game. They fumbled it once, but recovered it themselves. But that time they did not get the luck. That's a tough play, and you coach that all the time. You coach how you want to field that ball. You just want to fall on it, but still the speed at which that thing's coming at you.
Yeah, nothing can prepare you for that, especially the way that ball can bounce, especially something low like that. You think you're going to get it right on the ground, and next thing you know, it's going to be 10 feet up in the air. You're struggling to catch it.
And it's not entirely an onside kick. It's just a risky play by a gamble by the kicking team. All right, here they go. They're in their snowplow offense again. Look like a little bit of motion, but they get away with it. Number 11 running around the outside, stumbles a bit and taken down. So our crew tonight, just make sure we want to recognize them from Viking BTV. Of course, Bob Lathrop running the whole thing. And Bob Lathrop was here earlier for the 3:45 soccer match, so it's been a long day for Bob. But we have Sully and Adriana on the cameras tonight for us, which is fantastic. Doing a really good job watching this video. And then we got another player down. Yeah, early season this happens a lot.
Yep.
You get players that it's between the conditioning and just the game speed is different.
Yeah, no, a lot of the times it is cramping, and I can tell you, cramping in the early season might as well be a broken leg to these guys.
Now, the Triton soccer team you're on now, we were talking a little bit before the game. Are there anybody out with injuries, any significant players out with any injuries on the soccer team this year or no?
Actually, today, our senior, John DiTullio, who's one of our best defensive players, he's typically right around left back for us. He was out today, I believe. I want to say something with either shin or ankle. There was a day he missed in practice, then he had come back for some scrimmages, and I think he might have tweaked it yesterday or maybe the scrimmage we had the day before.
So Randolph turns back into a normal offensive set, pitches the ball out to the left, and gets a good gain on that, about 8 yards on that carry.
Josh Rodriguez on the tackle.
There he is again.
Rodriguez again with the tackle. Yeah, he's having a good night.
Oh, yeah. And he really put in the work on the offseason to do this,
Malik White was on the carry.
Typically you're kind of told when you're going to have an opportunity coming up. Coaches are looking at you when you're a freshman on JV2, like they can sense this. So Josh knew what he had to do, and it's obviously paying off well for him. I'm sure him and his family love hearing his name called that many times.
Absolutely, yeah, and he's got a lot of quickness. I mean, that's one of the things that we notice all the time. No, they get called that was down. Yeah, not a fumble. Ball is dead. Yep. Ball is dead. So it looked like they picked up the first down on that. Or it's close enough. No, it's not close enough. They're going to call it a first down. And 4 minutes and 20 now left. And Triton really hasn't had the ball. I mean, the ball was kicked to them. They couldn't get the possession, and they fumbled. And so now we're at almost playing this entire third quarter without Triton having an offensive snap. And part of it is just this crazy offense.
Yeah.
The Blue Devils are running this sort of, it's like a turtle shell offense. I don't even know what to call this.
I know.
And there's a flag motion. There we go. Once again, a false start by the offense. Where's my notes from earlier? That is their, fourth offensive penalty in this game? So that's good. Send him back for a 1st and 15. Clock keeps rolling. 3:44 now in the third quarter. They need a momentum swing right here.
Yeah,
I mean, they've just got to get something to happen. And Randolph's been loose with the ball. I mean, it's without question they have been they've had some soft hands out there. So it's all right. Now they're back in a semi-traditional offensive set, although still no wide receivers until 11 goes in motion. Handoff straight up the middle, huge hole, and he's going to break around that left side, get all the way down until about the 10-yard line, where he's going to get knocked out of bounds by number 17 for the Triton Vikings, Ethan Tate.
Yeah.
Ethan Tate pushes him out of bounds.
But he came from the middle. He had a hole just off the left tackle, or what looks like the left tackle from here. It's hard to see, hard to read with that offensive line they're putting out there, but had enough of a hole, and then he was able to break way outside. That's one of the biggest runs I think they've had in this quarter.
Yeah.
Which has already gotten down to 3:10. So they get a 1st and 10 just outside the 10 at about the 12-yard line. Again, in a very tight offensive set. Pitch out to the right. Number 2 has a lot of room to run. One person to tackle him, and he makes the tackle. Good on the Triton Vikings.
It looks like that's Jared Leonard. Good to see him back out after that little incident he had. A little concern. You definitely don't want to see
Jared
a guy
Leonard on the tackle.
like him to come out. So.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you're exactly right. It was Jared Leonard on that tackle, and that saved another touchdown for, which would have been the second one in this quarter. Although they are knocking on the door now. Now it's, and this team has been shown they can get 4 yards.
Yep.
On most carries, so that's a big challenge here.
Yeah.
Can they stop them right at the goal line?
You'd be surprised by how many tackles a guy like Jared Leonard's size gets. In practice we kind of called him the knee hunter. He has a very kind of tabletop kind of style, and it works for him, and it definitely helps in situations like that. But
so they try and run it just straight up the middle, and maybe picked up a yard at most. Yeah, they're still spotting the ball right at about the 2-yard line. 2nd down now, right on the goal line. And again, they've been able to push that ball for 2, 3, 4 yards almost on every snap. So Triton's going to have to come up with something here. Some kind of big turnover, create some kind of luck. Going to a normal set offense. Got some receivers on the right side. I really doubt he's going to throw the ball. And he is, actually. Scrambles back.
Oh,
intercepted. Oh, he lost the ball. He still lost the ball, but it's still on the ground. Nobody's got it yet. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Devils are going to come up with it after all that. After all that. Wow. But that pushes them back. That's going to be 3rd, and they're going to be all the way at the 22-yard line, maybe?
That's good.
They had to create some luck. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
There's some luck.
There's nothing more entertaining than seeing a fumble that cannot be picked up for the life of all the guys out there. You see that thing, it's bounced, it's kicked, it's thrown, 10, 15 yards. But hey, whatever works, whatever's able to get Triton's defense into a more kind of like comfortable situation. They're not.
Yeah, this is a lot better. This is a lot better, yeah.
They don't have the end zone breathing down on their neck. Not quite towards midfield, but they're in a good spot. That could create some confidence. Coach is probably happy about that.
Got to be happy. That was the luck they needed to create. And now Randolph is all the way back on their own 24, and it's 3rd and goal. They need to get all these yards back now.
Yep.
In motion, drops back. This time he's going to look to pass, unleashes it, and again a shove off. And they're not going to call it this time. Instead, they're going to give him the touchdown. No. Hard to see. Are they playing a call on the flag on the play? Nope. Nope, it's a touchdown. Again, looked like he shoved off. It was hard to tell. They were both definitely the Triton defender had his back to the ball when it was in the air. And so it was hard to see if in turning to face the ball is when the Randolph player made a good play.
Yep.
But they're calling it a touchdown. All the way in, so that makes it 12-9 for Randolph. So right after what it looked like a big momentum swing for the Triton Vikings, forced that fumble, forced them all the way back out to the 24. Instead, they make the first completion of the game, I think, for a touchdown.
Yep.
It's going to go up the middle, and it's going to be in for the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion is good.
And we're getting yelled at, and the lady doesn't realize they can't hear anything from us. It's only coming from them back up there. But that's okay. I've been yelled at before lots of times.
Yeah.
So
Sitting up there.
So there's, and we've been told we're doing a bad job. I hate to tell the lady that this is all on, camera, but it's also being recorded. So there's not a whole lot we could do.
Yeah,
but she'll be famous when she hears herself on VTV later.
Yeah.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. None of that does. It's 14-9.
Nope.
The Randolph Blue Devils have scored after what looked like Triton had pushed them all the way back and forcing a 3rd and long on a 3rd and goal. And instead, we're looking at a 5-point deficit. And actually 32 seconds left, and Triton still hasn't had the ball for a snap in this entire quarter. So the Blue Devils get their first completion of the game, and it's a touchdown, a 24-yard toss into the back of the right side of the end zone.
Yeah, and stuff like that is what gets teams discouraged, but Triton has to be the different team. They have to bounce back from that. They can't let it get to their head. I mean, still plenty of game left, plenty of time left, a lot of opportunities to bounce back, and it's not really a crazy score difference.
So that was 19 plays for 14 points.
Jared Leonard on the return.
And 6 first downs. So over the course of the third quarter, the Blue Devils had 19 snaps. That's crazy. I mean, the entire first half they had 28 plays, so they almost caught up to that just in one quarter. Jared Leonard with the return. Triton Vikings gonna have the ball at about the 35. Triton into their normal offensive set. They're not going to try and imitate the the turtle
kind of
offense.
Snowmobile, yeah.
I don't know what to call that. All right, here we go. 3 receivers on the right. Max in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's going to hand the ball up the middle. And there we go. Is that Miller with the run? I think so. Nathan Miller with the carry. Gets about 5 yards on that. And that's the first offensive play from scrimmage, first offensive play, period, for the Triton Vikings. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. They will have snapped the ball 1 time. They could only have picked up that fumble. Oh, what a completely different game this would be right now if they could have picked up that field.
Yeah,
that fumble.
and that's the unknown of the game.
Randolph 14,
It can go so many different
Triton
ways,
9.
and you always find yourself saying, "Oh, if that one play went in our favor, you know, this could be a completely different turnaround game."
Yeah, it's and that's that's part of the first half. The story of the first half was the ball bouncing in Triton's favor, falling into their hands on the fumbles, and on one of Triton's snaps, fumbling the ball but recovering it themselves. But just went the other way for them that entire third quarter. But now it's a time reset. Oh, it is only 12 minutes.
So correcting ourselves earlier. I had said that it was 15, but so
that's the
a bit
pros
shorter,
and college football. So that's all right.
I'd like to say good luck to the Triton cross-country
still
team.
12 minutes,
They're
15
in the
minutes.
Invitational tomorrow.
There's a lot
Good
3
luck.
minutes can do, but there's a whole lot that 12 minutes can do. So
yeah, and it's one touchdown.
Yep.
It's not Triton needs to score one here. All right, confusion there as everybody lines up the wrong way. I've seen that before. That's it's a good early season thing to have happen.
Yeah.
Everybody's lined up on the wrong side of the ball.
Yeah.
Here we go. Triton Vikings now. 3 receivers on Max's right. Drops back, hands it off to again to Miller. Makes a cut. He's got a chance. He's got a great chance. He's going down in the open field. Still running on his feet. That was a fantastic run. Straight up the middle. Great blocking on the offensive line. And once he got into that secondary, Nathan Miller just made it happen for himself. That's the way you start a fourth quarter right there. There we go.
I have never been more excited to announce that I have classes with that guy. That's just incredible. Nathan's a close friend of mine, and I knew he had big things coming up. Him and I got actually moved up to varsity at the same time our freshman year, so that kind of grew us together. Being the 2 freshmen to kind of get called up, and that's a big deal. And he showed a lot of promise from day one, and it's crazy what this kid is doing. I mean, even our star running back that graduated a few years ago, Ethan Tremblay, he's even kind of calling Miller himself, kind of like a mini Ethan Tremblay. He wanted him to wear the number 2, which can't do that this year. But I have no doubt that Tremblay and our other running backs coach, Coach Mack, definitely trained him well, and they prepared him for stuff like this, and it's really paying off. I mean, it's insane what a young kid like that can do.
Yeah, he's been really fantastic tonight, and he's had great blocking from that offensive line, and as soon as he hits that hole, it's explosive. I mean, it's explosive speed, so really made the most out of it. And there he is again, and there he is running straight up the middle. Didn't get quite as far this time, but I think he got plenty for the first down. Needed 2, got 5, and Triton is on the move. They are inside the 20-yard line.
Cole Piaseczynski on the
that was
carry.
Cole. It was not Nathan.
But yeah, our line is doing a fantastic job. I mean, we have some real big, strong kids out there. And, you don't always see that, especially at the high school level. I mean, you play some teams that almost looks like they're playing that, like, I want to call it sprint football. All your linemen are, like, maybe 140 pounds at best. But, I mean, we got some big blockers who are not afraid to step up and, create a hole, as we've seen a few times.
Nathan Miller on the carry.
It's incredible the way our team has come together to play, and that's everyone's job. It's thanks to the coaches and thanks to the players. I mean, they're really starting to show what a team looks like.
Who's the offensive line coach for this team?
I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's Coach Joff. He had tended to do it before my freshman year, but I had also worked with him as a receiver. He kind of runs the offense a bit, so
Dominic Cardillo on the reception.
Unless anything has changed, you got to give Coach Joff credit to that. He worked with our Hogs.
Yeah. Well, they're having a great game, that offensive line. There's been a few times that Max has been in trouble, but for the most part, he's been really good. And now we got another Randolph player down, I think. Yep. Another injury out there. And a good catch to set up a third, and it's kind of long. It's about 7 yards now. Miller had taken the snap before that and hadn't gotten far enough on the first surge at the line, but nice little pass out to Cardillo to set up a third, and a little bit long. They are inside the 20, but they need, 3 points isn't enough here. And I know it's only 9 minutes. There's still 9 minutes left in this quarter, but I feel like if they give the Blue Devils the ball back, they're just going to run the ball slowly all the way up the field. You can only call timeout so many times. And Mr. Gundram did us a favor of pulling up the coaches. So we do have Ethan Tremblay returning to coach, Cole Hughes, Scott Brennan, Eric Burgos, Adam Joffrey, Chris.
Coach V. We call him Coach V.
Coach V and Sean McGilligan as your coaches for this Triton Vikings team. And here we go. 3rd and 7. This is a huge snap. Max takes it, drops back, rolls to his right. He's got somebody down there. He's going to keep it himself. Makes a move, dives. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. He may have gotten it, though. And they are calling it right away. First down. First down inside the 10-yard line.
Max Ciamataro on the carry.
And just back to what I was talking about, the way he runs. I mean, it looks like he may have stumbled a bit at the end, but he does tend to get low, lower his shoulder. I mean, you know, he wants that first down. I mean, you know, a lot of people.
He just converted the third, and there haven't been that many third down conversions this entire game.
So that's a good stat to add to the books.
Max takes a snap, hands it off right up the middle. Not a lot of yards that time, going backwards, in fact. And the linebacker came up and just stuck it to him.
Rodriguez on the carry.
86 now in the game for Triton. Is that Lewis Bolin?
Yep. Yeah.
Miller back in the game. Joshua Rodriguez coming out. Let's see what they're going to run here. Second down. Second and goal to go. 8 minutes left in this game. Triton down by 5. Got to score a touchdown here, and then they got to make some luck for themselves again on defense. Max talking to his players. Here's the snap. Drops back. Looks, looking left, looking to the back of the end zone. It's up just off the fingertips. Would have been a beautiful catch in that back of that end zone. Just a tiny bit overthrown.
Yep.
Is that Leonard?
That was Leonard, which, you know, typically that's kind of unorthodox to throw that kind of pass to a guy his size. I would have figured that they would have put someone like Tater Lent out there, but with hands like that, I guess sometimes you gotta try and make it work. So it was a great attempt by both of them, but just short. So maybe we can see something else like that and see it complete.
I mean, Leonard has the touchdown, and part of that was just bringing him across the middle like that, sort of the slot. So maybe we'll see that again on this because it is 3rd down and goal now. Yeah. And again, they really do need that touchdown. Kicking a field goal here, gets him close, but not enough. Max takes a snap, drops back, looking to the same side, heaves it over there again into traffic. 2 Triton Vikings on top of it, but at least one fingertip from a Blue Devil put that ball out of reach. So that time we did have, I think, Tate over there looking for a catch.
Yeah.
And now it's 4th and goal. What do you do? What do you do as a coach? You going to throw this ball in the end zone? You going to go for it? You going to kick the field goal?
You know, me personally, I would probably go for it, and I think that's what Burgos is thinking too. I mean, Coach Burgos is definitely strategic, but he's also fired up. I think he likes to be bold, and the way the sideline's going, it looks like they're definitely going to go for it. I mean, we do have the talent to punch it in. You know, you've seen it happen. So, and you need a crowd like this to definitely fuel you along the way. So
absolutely, here we go. This is fantastic. 4th and goal. Triton stops it. Max rolls out to his left, looking in that same spot at the back of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Absolutely, it's a touchdown. Fantastic.
That's going to be Ethan Tate, his very first varsity touchdown on his first night as a starter.
That is fantastic.
That's incredible. I mean, the energy in these players and fans is insane. You could see our camera was even shaking a little bit. That's definitely something I'm going to be bringing up to him when I see him this Monday. I worked out with him over the summer. I'm real close with him, and he could not stop talking about this season. I mean, he's so excited, and he finally got his chance to shine. I mean, that is, I have to say that's the touchdown of the game as of right now.
It absolutely is.
15-14, a young kid like that. I mean, the kid's a junior. His nickname is literally 6'4" on the team, and you can see how tall he is. And although they didn't throw it up high as I thought it would. Sometimes a nice little ball to the stomach is exactly what you need. I mean, you couldn't have placed that perfectly. Everything went perfect on that.
Absolutely a beautiful play, and credit to the coach, you know, not only going for it, and here they are going for it for the 2-point conversion because they only are up by 1, so it makes sense. You don't know if they have a kicker or not, so go for it. Toss over the middle. Caught? Nope. Broken up. So a credit to the coach on 2 things. 1, going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
I think we agreed ahead of time that's what you need to do. They also put that ball in the same corner of the end zone every single time.
3 times.
3 times they made that same exact pass in that same exact spot, and it's almost like he knew we were going to get it one of those times, and he had enough confidence to send his players back there again and again. So that's just great coaching. Yeah, that's how you get a team fired up because now they know that the coach believes that you can make it happen. You can execute this play.
And to Randolph, that's definitely kind of like a laugh in the face. You know, you see that happen twice. I'm sure they were kind of saying like, "Come on, throw it there one more time."
Yeah.
They're getting probably got a little cocky. You know,
that's exactly it. You know, we shut him down 2 times.
Yeah.
He's not going to roll out to his left and throw that ball over there again. And also credit to Max rolling out to his left and throwing right-handed. That's never
something
easy.
hard to do. But,
so that was an 11-play drive with 3 first downs, pick up those 6 points. So great offensive effort by the Triton Vikings there. Really solid.
Oh yeah, and you know it's there's still a lot of game left. You know, 7:23 left, but it's still late in the game as much as it is spacious. But you know that's incredible. I kind of like a clutch late night touchdown. I mean, that nothing gets you more fired up than that.
Yeah, that was an enormously important offensive possession for the Triton Vikings because they just proved that they can go down the field, they can score, and they can score even under pressure, even under a 4th and goal. Nice solid boot. That's going to spin a lot. Put him at the 20 when he doesn't get it. Scoops it up now. Hopefully he gets tackled before he gets to the 30. Crosses the 30, and then he's finally out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like they had Dylan Watson out there to kick that, so something must have happened to Elliott Len. You know, maybe
somebody down on
leg.
Somebody's down on Triton as well. Yeah, I don't actually see Lent on the. No, he is on the sideline with his helmet off.
Looks like it might be number 12, Ryan Snow, out there. That's down. Like I was saying, he's not too much of an offense-defense player, but definitely
special teams guy.
Heavy, and You definitely don't want to see stuff like that happen, especially young guys this early in the season. I mean, you don't want to see it happen to anyone, but you get your chance to shine. It's hopefully it's nothing too serious, but it's just shows you what really can happen in the game.
Yeah, and it happens fast.
Oh yeah.
So Lent with his helmet back on the sideline. Hopefully that's a good sign. Not sure if he's going to be coming back in. Definitely didn't want to kick that ball.
No.
And not kneeling, which makes me think he's nursing that leg.
Yeah.
So the Triton Vikings defense has made a lot of luck for themselves, forced a lot of fumbles, come up with some big stops. So this is going to be the biggest one here because it's not a short field. I mean, it's 30. They're on the 35-yard line, but if you're the Blue Devils, do you run the same offense you ran in the start of the second half, where you just sort of know that you can pound the ball 4 yards in a carry and just slow march it all the way down?
It could go either way. I think that 7-12 is enough on the clock to kind of do that, little like slow moving. But then again, you kind of the excitement kind of gets to you. You want a big play to happen. You want to go in your normal formation, get more kind of long runs. But if I were to bring it down to one choice, being Randolph, I'd definitely go with the kind of like turtle snowmobile thing we did. I mean, we saw that for the most part it worked, no matter how slow it was.
Yeah.
They were able to push forward, but you also have to play into the factor. I mean, I'm sure Triton definitely has been talking about that, and our coaches have been kind of talking about how to adjust if that does happen. And I mean, you can only run something for so long before it does end up being countered. So there's a lot of different factors to play into it, but I would have to go with that little compact formation to see if they can hopefully...
A kind of rugby ball thing, and that's what actually they're going to come out and do. They are in that tight formation again.
Yep.
A little bit of motion. Ball's going to stay in the middle and get a lot of yards, though. I mean, good solid 5 yards on the carry. On the other hand, the other way to look at it is if you're the Blue Devils,
on the tackle.
you've had a lot of fumbles tonight. And if you keep running the ball up the middle like that, eventually somebody's going to put a helmet into the ball and it's going to pop loose again.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, their last fumble was on a quarterback scramble off to the left side. So 14 comes back out. Here we go. Second down at about 6 now. Clock ticking. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. That was the first run of this half? 15th run of this half. That's insane. And here comes the 16th run, and it's also right at the middle. And there's that shot to the stomach, right where the ball was.
Yep.
Keep doing that, Triton, and you're going to pop that thing loose again.
Ashton Watson on the tackle.
Triton up by 1, 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is an exciting way to open the season.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, it's just a glimpse at what more is going to happen in the season. I mean, as much as they pumped it up and as many students did show up, some of them were skeptical. We've heard show up to the Friday night game, it's going to be a big one before. But they're definitely playing up way past expectations.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have a lot more Triton football pride this year, and that's really going to help boost these guys' confidence.
Yeah.
And it's what you're looking for. So I know fans are liking what they're seeing, and coaches are liking what they're seeing.
So first down, and the clock keeps moving. Well, I think I think there's definitely been, just in this first week of school, there's just been a resurgence of kids coming out to watch the sporting events, which is, part of that is everybody's so happy to be back to something that looks normal.
Oh, yeah.
And here's a play to the right side, a big hole off the tackle. He's going to gain possibly a first down on this as they go back into that sort of rugby formation. And finally they bring it down. So the Randolph fans getting all fired up here, and you can hear it on off to our right side. Because this, I think they've probably seen this a lot before. This is their third game of the season. The way they run this ball, you can tell this is exactly what their offense is built to do.
Oh, yeah.
So Triton's got to figure out a way to stop that. Because he got at least another 10 yards once there was a big rugby pile going. A rugby scrum, so. And they're going to stay in it. Why change? 4 minutes left in this, 4.5 minutes. Why make a difference here now? We're going to keep running that play. This time it's off to the left side. He bounces free. He's got a lot of space to run. Tripped up.
Yeah, tracked down by Dylan Watson.
Dylan
Nice
Watson
play.
on the
Dylan
tackle.
Watson possibly saving a touchdown there. Although I have to say, I have a lot of confidence that if Triton gets the ball back and they're down by a touchdown, they can march it down the field and
Yeah,
score.
they
You
definitely
know what
showed
we
us that
saw.
they can.
We got a lot of confidence in this Triton offense. 4:20 to go now.
Yeah, there's no doubt that this team has shown what they can do, and I'm sure they got more up their sleeve. So no one wants a touchdown, but if a score were to happen, you really do have hope for the Vikes to be able to march down the field if worse comes to worse.
Run to the left side. Again, he makes a hole. You know what he did is he jumped through a gap. He went to his left, and then he came back towards the center. Jumped through a gap in the Triton defense. Gets it all the way down inside. Looks like inside the 10-yard line, or at least down to the 10-yard line. Clock's still running, 3:50. And if you're the Blue Devils, honestly, I think you slow down here.
Yeah.
Like, take your time.
Right, because you don't want to punch in a touchdown and give them over 3.5 minutes to go back.
Here they are again in their tight formation. You're going to run it right or left? That's the only question. They're going to bring it to the no. There's another. Is it another false start? There we go.
That's
back
good.
it up a little
Yep.
bit. Stops the clock, but back it up. There we go. 5 yards again.
I think I just saw a few Triton coaches exhale like they never have before.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of time left in this game.
Yeah.
A lot of time left. Mr. Gundram's giving us a good stat here. 10 first downs for this entire quarter for the Blue Devils. For this half. 10 first downs. That is tough, especially the way the first half went. So here they come. This time they go to the left side again. He's got a little bit of space. Chance to pull him down, and he does. Titan swarms around him, keeps him from gaining more than about 5 or 6, and there's a late flag. And that could be a killer if it's on Triton. You really don't want to have that late kind of unsportsmanlike or whatever flag at the very end of that play after a good stop. It looks like it might be on Triton based on the way the Blue Devils are reacting. Can't see what the signal is, though. Still can't see. Maybe inadvertent, maybe didn't mean to throw the flag. What's going on here? Refs are having a chat about it. That's never a good thing.
Nope.
It's possible he saw something that he thought he saw and somebody else saw it differently. We'll get the call here now. If it is an unsportsmanlike, that just absolutely kills you because they made the stop. It was going to be 3rd down and long at the 10-yard line, but still, or 2nd down and long, sorry, at the 10. Now they're talking about where to spot the ball, so they're definitely calling that. And is it 2? Unsportsmanlike on Triton. The second foul, nope. I'm not entirely sure what all the 2 was all about.
Yeah, probably repeat second down.
Repeat second down. But the unsportsmanlike was
Which
at
is
the end
odd
of the
because
play.
typically
I don't understand that at all.
those result in either like a
Maybe you're
15
saying
or
half the
50
distance
first
to the
down.
goal. Yeah, it's probably half the distance to the
Yeah.
goal because it was inside the 10.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't get the refs mic'd up out there because sometimes it's really hard to tell what they're trying to say.
Yeah. He gave it an effort, though, you know? At
Yep.
least he
Yeah.
did his part. He helped. We could lip read, but
Yep.
we couldn't. So here we go. It's back into the same kind of turtle shell offense here. Oh, that looked like a little bit of a false start, but big push up the middle. Doesn't go anywhere. Now it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and short. Not quite 3rd and goal, but essentially, and looks like there's another player down. Nope, he's up. All right. Nope, somebody's helmet is off. Somebody's on the Triton team not feeling it right now. Down to a knee. Do you know who that is?
Wish I could tell, but I can't see the number
Yeah.
from here. I'm sure as he gets closer, I'll be able to say.
The ball's going to be at the 3-yard line.
Looks like that's 62 Tony Sforza, if I can remember off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
no, Ashton.
Ashton Watson. Oh, that's
Ashton
true.
Watson.
which is not good because you never see him go down and stay down.
Yeah, it's also he's been an anchor on that line.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to come out for at least one snap. And he's definitely feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
So Watson's going to have to come out. Triton's going to be facing a third, or I should say, Triton will be facing the Blue Devils with a 3rd and 3 or so, or third down and 2 to go, but at the 3-yard line. The Viking ship is quiet and nervous, I would say. 2:17 left to play in this game. Watson comes off the field. Not sure if he's going to head back out for the next snap or not. Now we got a timeout for Triton. Come off, get some water, get ready to go. This is a big stop, and they really haven't been able to keep the Blue Devils from getting 3 or 4 yards on every one of those runs, right or left. You know, they just, the way they're set up on that line. So what do you do? I mean,
yeah, it's just.
What do you do?
Even my head is clouded by how nervous I am.
And I just think it's such a hard defense to play against if you're not. I wouldn't say Triton is undersized compared to this line because they played them so well the whole game. But when they want to play that kind of offense, Triton is a little bit undersized, and you just had one of your biggest players on the defensive line come off. So I think, you know, what is Triton's defense here? Is it actually let them march in and, you know, give them the points, or just try and force the fumble but you know, don't. I don't know. This is a tough one.
We definitely don't let him get the points anymore. Burgo's coming in. I mean, his motto is win. What's important now? And I know that what's important now is not letting them score. And so that's definitely going to be the main focus, no matter what they have to do. He's calling out signals as the play is going. You know, he's waving kids on if there's someone in motion. So he's doing his best job, and these players are doing their best job. And you just have to hope that, you know, they can just maybe find a hole to get through the line and get a tackle for a loss, or just.
Yeah, they got to make something here. They definitely. No. What's it called? Half the diffs. All right, here we go. Now we're ready to play. Not sure what all that was about. They're at the goal line, practically 3 yards away. 3rd down, handoff. Brings it to the right side. He's going to punch it all the way in, and that's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for the Randolph Blue Devils with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. The unsportsmanlike hurt, but I also think that this Blue Devils team was going to march down the field. You really needed to catch some kind of break. And the unsportsmanlike's an unfortunate break, but, you know, they also didn't get a fortunate break going in the other direction. So now the Blue Devils will go for 2, which I guess you might as well, because then you force Triton to be able to at least get you know, a field goal or an extra point after on a kick. Timeout Blue Devils to talk about it. So Triton's going to get the ball reasonably, provided they come off the kick without any kind of mishap like the beginning of the second half. Then they're going to probably have 2 minutes. Based on what we've seen in this game so far, they're going to be at about the 40-yard line, maybe their own 35-yard line. That's a lot of distance to cover.
Yeah.
I don't know what Triton's 2-minute drill normally looks like.
Fast, I can tell you that.
This is definitely going to be an exciting end no matter what, because Triton's going to have a chance to win this game. They're going to get the ball back with 2 minutes to play. As long as no mistakes here, just no mistakes on the kickoff, and then you just give your team a chance to win.
Yeah.
Blue Devils lining up for a 2-point conversion. And yeah, the way they've done that little turtle offense, run your 2-point conversion too. Same. Why do anything different?
Right.
This time they have one back, way back. Not entirely sure what that's all about. There's the handoff to him. He's going to try and follow his line. I don't think he got in. He didn't get in. That's a good stop by the Triton Vikings. So this is it. This is really putting your team in a position to win. All they need is a touchdown.
Yep.
They don't need an extra point. They don't need anything else. Just get that ball down into the end zone. Here we go.
Exactly.
2 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's get a nice clean kick. Let's bring it all the way down there and score. Triton team fired up out on the field. Here we go. Although they got to know that sort of low scrub kick's coming at them.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's just got to get their hands on it and maybe even just fall on it as soon as they get it.
Oh, yeah,
Don't even try and return it. There's only their second possession of the half. Right. Yeah. So this will be Triton's second possession of the entire half. So they're going to go from, in the first half, they had 5 drives, 33 plays. This time they're going to run maybe under 20 plays. But here we go. Yeah, catch it and fall on it.
Yep.
Like, don't fool around.
Yeah.
Don't have too many men on the field. Here we go. Catch it, fall on that ball.
Yeah, you don't want to risk anything.
You stop the clock as soon as you do.
Yep.
Fans are going absolutely nuts. Stomp it all the way around. Grab it, fall on it. There we go. Great coaching by this Triton team. Absolutely the right thing to do. They're going to get the ball at the 35-yard line.
Nice job
almost
by,
a 40. Perfect.
Junior Matt Soros.
Perfect play by the Triton Vikings. Just execute that. Now you got to just get all the way down that field. 85 yards, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Mr. Gundrum, thumbs up. You think it's going to happen? Thumbs up. It's going to happen. Here we go.
Got the seal of approval. So.
So Elliott Lent not back in the game yet. Not sure if we'll see him back out there. But Ethan Tate on the field. Dylan Watson out there for Triton. Jared Leonard over here. Those are the 3 that are closest to us on this side of the field. That's where Max has liked to go with the ball, rolling to his left, throwing with his right. He's going to do the same now. He's got decent protection. Good little throw. Got out of bounds. Really well done. And that's Dylan Watson with a catch. Make the catch, stop the clock. Took 7 seconds off. Excellent. Got about 4 yards on that play. And you know that opens up. You keep throwing the ball over there like that into the flat, and, off the slant. The sixth completion of the game. It's a good night. Eventually, you just spin around and you throw that ball, and somebody's wide open on that right side. Now he's got 3 on the right side. He's going to have to look over there, and he does. Takes his time, throws it up. Chance for a big completion. Out of bounds. Excellent play. Dylan Watson with the catch for the first down.
Twice in a row. I mean, he's a big player, and he's showing it. Nice little dump off to the left side back here, and then a bit of a longer throw to the right off here.
1 minute 53. So Triton already has moved the ball from their own 35-yard line all the way down to the 45 into Blue Devil territory. Minute 53 to play. Taking barely 10 seconds off the clock for those first 2 plays. Rolls out. Going to go short this time. Good catch. Out of bounds again. Excellent play by number 87 for the Triton Vikings. That's Dominic Cardillo. And it's going to be a timeout. Timeout Blue Devils saying, what is going on here? So this Triton Vikings team, 1, 2, 3 complete passes, moving the chains. Second down and about 4 here inside the 40-yard line. That was a great play, too. And it was a short pass, a longer pass, a medium pass. They're just sort of making it happen all over the field here.
Yep.
And this is about the time you want to take Nathan Miller.
Yep.
Run it straight up the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Because those holes have been there the whole game. There's an opportunity now because this Blue Devils team has got to be worried about the momentum that Triton has built throwing that ball. Ethan Tate off to the far right side. Jared Leonard in the slot. I believe it's Dylan Watson over there on the right side as well. Miller back with Max. Here's a snap. He's going to drop back again, and look, he's got time. He's got to get rid of it, though. Pressure comes on him. He gets rid of it, and it's open. It's Ethan Tate. Ethan Tate all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Stays on the field to play. Beautiful, beautiful throw. Right as Max was getting hit, unloads it to Ethan Tate all the way down on the left side of the field, all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Unbelievable.
I'm telling you, this kid is incredible. It is great to see him get his chance to shine.
And now they have a full minute and 33 seconds to put this ball into the end zone. They know they got to score. They know they got to execute right here. Blue Devils running around looking a little bit confused. And they may have snapped the ball before one of the Blue Devils even got off the field, but it doesn't matter. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown for the Triton Vikings. It's a touchdown for the Triton Vikings, and they retake the lead 21-20 with a minute and 25 left in the game.
Miller, the touchdown.
Exactly what we wanted. Miller took that ball right into the end zone. Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic play, fantastic drive, and that took, what, I think it was 2:08 when they had the ball. That was unbelievable. Less than a minute, they execute on the 2-minute drill, and they go 85 yards all the way down the field to the touchdown.
And this is just completely exhilarating. It's
five plays, two first downs. That's all it took.
I think the fans of Triton football have been longing to see this ever since they came into high school.
It has been a long time, and this has been really fantastic football, and they have just executed beautifully. That pass to Ethan Tate, when he slipped away from one tackle and he was getting hit when he threw it. Great catch, great run. Everything made it work. Here we are for the 2-point conversion. They're up by 1. They need this. Drops back and look, he's got protection, he's got time. Little footer into the back of the end zone, but there's the flag, and it's a pass interference. That gets the ball just a little bit closer, but not by a lot. But now you have a chance to maybe run the ball up the middle instead. Offensive line has definitely created some holes for him. We'll see what happens here. So another penalty on the Blue Devils. Randolph has definitely hurt themselves tonight. It's got to be there. I don't know how many penalties we had in there on them in the first half. We had 5 in the first half. It's got to be another 5 at least. Feels like it that way at least. Comes Triton again. Going for the extra point, going for 2. Ball is at the half-yard line now, really? And I guess it's right around at the 1. Right at the center hash mark. Triton having a chat. Looks like they're going to throw it just based on the way they're coming out of that set. Max is back. Takes a look. Takes a snap. Looking to his left. He's got some time. Now he's going to take it up the middle himself. And he doesn't quite make it. He got close. He got very close, but he didn't make it. Knee went down well short of the line. Ball wasn't stretched out. Good effort, though. And now here we go again. Now here we go again. We need a stop. Good clean kick. Good clean special teams. Unbelievable effort by this Triton Vikings team. Ethan Tate with a monster touchdown. No, not touchdown. Monster catch to set up that touchdown. Elliot Lent on the sideline the whole time. Oh, he's kicking again. Oh, who's kicking? Dylan Watson, it looks like. Yeah, it's true. Elliot Lent was kicking him deep, so that's all right. As long as you get good coverage, that's really all that matters. And honestly, anything can happen on a kickoff. So we just don't want to have no breaks, no big explosions here for the Blue Devils. Just like get down there, get that coverage, make it happen. 1:26. A 1-point lead for the Triton Vikings. Home opener here. Triton Stadium. Dylan Watson, give it a boot. Decent kick, plenty of height. It's going to drop down right. Oh, it's going to roll, it's going to roll, it's going to roll. He's got to scoop it up. He's all the way back inside his own 20, but he's got a lot of field to run, and he gets taken down. Fantastic play by the Triton Vikings, exactly what they needed. Big-time coverage on a kickoff. Dylan Watson, who kicked it, makes the tackle, and it's a minute 21. 21-20. You got to figure they got to air it out. I mean, I know they love their slow and slow offense, but you really don't have time for that. They only broke 3 or 4 big runs when they were running that offense. So you figure now they can't. Now they got to go with something faster. Triton can't really sit in a prevent defense, though, because we've seen this with high school teams in particular, that once a running back breaks into the secondary, if they've got speed, they can be gone really fast. It's an awful lot of ground to cover up. So here they come. Looks like a normal offensive set. There's a snap, dropping back, looking to his left, pressure on him, almost sacked, dumps it out over the middle. Good tackle, slows everything down. Nice play by number 5, Cole. And that was only the 3rd completion of the game for the Randolph Blue Devils. And they got to hurry up. It's under a minute now. One receiver wide to his left. One more receiver in the slot. Took a long time snapping that ball. Drops back. Is off to his left. Long throw. He overthrows everybody. Throws that ball all the way across the 50-yard line. Stops the clock, though, at 42 seconds. 3rd down and short. So probably a good play. You know, you had 2nd and short. You might as well air it out.
Yeah.
Clock stopped. All they need to do here, run, hope for a big explosion up the middle or something. Basically, run the ball, get the 1st down, take a timeout. Triton forgot to take the tee off the field.
Yeah.
That happens,
Yeah.
especially on an exciting play like that was.
You're not paying attention.
So they're taking their time. If I'm the Blue Devils, I just run the ball up the middle, get that 1st down. Although I guess you can do that on 4th down too, because you know you can do it and get a couple yards. And they're not going to do that by the looks of it. They got 4 receivers out there now.
Yep, they got
4 receivers.
They got Ethan Tate back as a very deep safety, not going to let anything get behind him. And that's really the move for right now.
Drops back, looks and looks, throws it to the way out of bounds. That just overthrew that by a mile. That's going to be 4th down. Flag on the play. Holding on the inside? Yeah, it looked like it might have been on the Blue Devils. 36 seconds left, so that was a quick play, just 5 seconds off the clock. Triton's got to make a decision here, I think. Yeah, I think they waved off the flag, so it would have been a hold. And Triton elected to not take the penalty but take the down. So now it's 4th down. They need one more stop here. One more stop. 19-yard pass against Sharon. Last game they had a 19-yard pass. Wow. A 19-yard pass here would be good for them, but not good for the Triton Vikings. So let's not let them have it. They got, again, 4 receivers. He's been releasing the ball fast because he's been under pressure. Let's see what happens here. No motion. Here we go. Pressure, a little bit of pressure up the middle, a lot more pressure up the middle, and they tack him down. And that's going to be a victory for the Triton Vikings. They just sacked the quarterback on 4th and short. And Randolph is going to have to go home. You asked for a quiet bus ride. I think you're going to get a quiet bus ride.
Especially the way that this game ended. Triton fans have been longing for this for as long as I've been in high school, as long as the seniors have been in high school, and we finally got it. I really had a good feeling, going into the season with this new coaching and these players, and it has not disappointed. This was not only, a bit closer than you'd like, but you got to see some great comeback plays, and you could not ask for a better season opener coming back from our COVID season. It's a new school year for everyone. It's a new football year. And everything just seems to be great right now.
Absolutely fantastic. And for Triton to come down under 2 minutes, or 2 minutes and 8 seconds, score a go-ahead touchdown, get back out on that field and play just shut-down defense. And, admittedly, a couple overthrown passes by the Blue Devils, but that's because there was pressure up the middle, there was pressure on that quarterback, and they ended with a sack. It's absolutely beautiful. So all they need to do is run out this clock. They probably need to do a couple of legit snaps, because I imagine there's a couple of timeouts left on the... No, maybe not. And that's going to end it. That clock's going to tick down. It's a 22. and it's going to hit the double zeros, and we're going to be in a Triton Viking victory to open the season. I love it.
Jeez, I never thought I'd be
love
saying
it.
that.
It's just fantastic. 21-20. The Triton Vikings win. They win the home opener for the first time in a long time. 2021 season starting off exactly the right way. Colin, this has been awesome.
This has been
fantastic.
I could not have asked for a better game to get asked to come out here and commentate, and this has been just a great experience.
This has been absolutely amazing. Just a fantastic game, incredibly exciting game. Can't wait to watch this thing again.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, see the swings. This game just swung dramatically back and forth all the way down to 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yep.
16 first downs for Triton and 3 on third down. So they converted 3 times. They got 16 first downs over the course of the game. Absolutely a fantastic effort. Again, thank you to Bob Lathrop putting in a doubleheader today. Thank you to Sully and Audrina for doing the camera work tonight. Thank you, Colin, so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for helping me out here.
Absolutely the most fun I've had at a football game in a long time. Eric Gundrum, the stats guy, thank you again, as always. Absolutely fantastic. Triton Vikings football is back.
It is.
It is absolutely back, baby. This has just been fantastic. So, enjoyed it immensely. Gonna celebrate this one for a while.
Oh yeah.
All right, Colin, you're looking forward to the next game? Friday at home, October 1st?
I am.
October 1st. Excellent. Well, thank you so much again. Thank you, the VTV crew, and thank you, Colin. Thank you, Bob, and we're out.